I'm going to show you how to make my version of the King's Coronation quiche. So I'm just buttering my flan tin. I'm going to go into all of the little flutes so it doesn't stick. Perfect. Just going to flour my surface and my rolling pin, and I've got my defrosted pastry from the freezer. I don't make my own pastry when you can buy very good ready-made pastry. And so you just want to roll it out so it's nice and thin. So you want your pastry quite thin, so what I do is I slip the loose bottom of my tin underneath the pastry, and then as it gets really nice and thin you then don't have to lift the pastry up too much on its own, so it won't split and tear. Then we can just fold it in like that, and then pop that in there like this, and just gently ease the pastry into the little flutes, just using my knuckle. Then I just roughly chop the really excess bits of pastry off, and you can always use these bits to make little jam tarts or something like that. So pastry shrinks when it cooks, so I like to have it so it hangs over the edge so that the sides don't shrink. And prick the base. Then I'm going to line it with greaseproof paper and use my baking beads to really help the pastry stay flat. And that's ready to pop in the oven. 5 minutes before the end of its baking time, I like to take out the baking beads just so that the middle of the pastry cooks through really nicely. So that's the base cooked nicely. Now to prepare the filling. So just taking off the stalky bits from the spinach and then give it a wash. So I've put a knob of butter in the base of the saucepan, and I'm just going to layer the spinach on top with a sprinkling of salt. And it's nice to use salt crystals. There we are, and then we can pop that on. So cook that on a medium heat for just a few minutes and the spinach will all wilt down beautifully. And that's pretty much done. So we want 5 eggs. That's my crème fraîche and my cream to my eggs and my tarragon, and then give it a good whip. So now we get our blind baked pastry cakes, and I'm going to scatter half the cheese on the base, roughly, and I'm putting bacon in my quiche because I know that's what my family will like. We are going to add the spinach, and scatter the broad beans. With some more cheese. Oops. Then pour in this delicious mixture. Now look, doesn't that look great? So just need to pop it in the oven. Look at that deliciousness.